Welcome in, welcome in. Let's get started. You are joining me for the Gateway Experience. I am Erin Tillotson, and today's session is all about creating a powerful invitation into your world. My goal is to make this process simple, clear, and actionable so you walk away ready to create something truly magnetic. So, your gateway, aka lead magnet, is the first step in building trust, attracting dream clients, and generating interest in your work. The problem slash reality, most lead magnets fail. They collect email addresses, but they don't build relationships. Let's ask ourselves, how many freebies have we signed up for and never opened? They're just out there collecting cyber dust. Let's avoid that, shall we? The solution, the key, is to creating a gateway that magnetizes the right people and guides them deeper into your world ongoingly. You're creating momentum with them, then providing them with a natural next step. Today, you'll have a clear step-by-step process and principles to craft a gateway that attracts, nurtures, and engages dream clients. We're going to cover how to choose the right gateway that aligns with not only your audience, but your business goals and what's fun for you. You're going to learn the seed principles. This ensures your gateway is structured for real engagement. You're going to hear my 4-step process to taking your gateway idea and bringing it to life, plus all the in-betweens. If you've tried to create a lead magnet before, and it didn't work out, or you got overwhelmed before you could even bring anything to life, stick with me to the end because you'll leave knowing exactly what you want to create and what next step you want to take. So, there's really 2 ways to participate today and engage in whatever way works best. Some people like the workshop style. You'll want to, start applying and learning and putting things together as you learn here today. And then we have the observational style, where you prefer to kind of absorb and process before taking any action. Both approaches are wonderful and beautiful. Trust what works for you. I'd love you to drop a comment in the chat and tell me which style you'd like to, kind of dig into with today. If it was me leaving a comment, I'll go ahead and do that now. It would be observation style. That is the way I process things. And then I like to say I think and then I create. So that would be me. And then after you've made that comment, go grab your notebook and you're about to get crystal clear on how to put the pieces of the gateway puzzle together. Just real quick, a little bit about me. I am Erin Tillotson. I've been crafting high touch, high impact messages for over 17 years. I've worked with companies ranging from Inc. 500 companies to solopreneurs, helping them turn content chaos into clear communication. And one thing I know is your message isn't meant to fit into a box or a mold or anything like that. It's meant to shine its own light in its own way. So, the gateway experience. This isn't just for lead generation. It's a key part of your marketing ecosystem. It helps you build trust, position yourself as a guide, and create real relationships with your audience. So I'd like to take a 50,000-foot view of where we're going today. So come with me here and let's imagine for a moment. Your dream client is searching Google for answers. They're seeking inspiration on social media. They're watching for insights on YouTube. They're adrift. They don't have a direction. They haven't selected a path to follow to solve whatever they're seeking. When they stumble upon a message that leads them to your gateway experience. Of course, your humans land on your awesome page, aka your opt-in page. They feel the pull, like what they're seeking, the answers they need, the solution, the guidance is just beyond this page. They fill out your beautiful form and are whisked away to a thank you page where you welcome them and guide them to the next steps, which is check your email. Upon arrival to the inbox, there's an email waiting from you. How delightful of you to be so expedient. Inside, they find all the details they need to dig in right away. Their eyes sparkle with anticipation about what awaits them as they click. You've taken them to what they've been waiting for. The main event, your gateway asset, your PDF, your quiz, your free chapter, your video series, your challenge, the beginning of the experience you promised them. They dip their toe into the unknown waters of the vast knowledge you're beginning to bestow upon them. They're delighted over the next few days or weeks to receive encouragement and insights from your intentionally crafted email series. They click through, exploring everything you're sharing with them along this experience. Their blocks, their fear, their frustration is starting to fade. They begin to believe in themselves. They can do this. This email series you're sharing with them is what transforms these casual subscribers into raving fans and future loyal clients. It's really that important. And then something happens. A carefully wrapped, perhaps a wax crested envelope arrives. I'm just kidding about the wax part, but that's cool. It's an invitation from you. They have come so far, but what's next on their journey? You show them the way, what to do, how to make a bigger, lasting transformation. And they click. Like magic, you've transported them to something they've never seen before. They're curious about where they are, what this is, how it can help them. You take them by the hand, and with your guidance, they take the leap. Now, let's look at what it takes to craft your gateway experience. Why do you always need a gateway? First, let's start by exploring a few quick tools to prepare you for this. You see, there are two sides to what you're about to create: what's in it for you and what's in it for them. And without both sides of the coin, the journey is going to stall. What's in it for them? Even the smallest breakthrough breaks a pattern. It disrupts how they've been thinking about their problem. And now you're building trust in you with them. You're creating clarity and helping them understand what next steps could be they might not have even known. You're validating and confirming they're on the right path. They're getting clearer. You're supporting them, providing them insights and tools and guidance. You're giving them confidence, helping them feel more sure about themselves and how to go forward. You're transforming and giving them a spark that's creating change. You're making it easy for them. You're simplifying something they're struggling with and perhaps even overcomplicating. The other side of the coin, what's in it for you? A go-to list building tool that attracts and engages your dream clients. No more reinventing the wheel for every opportunity that crosses your path. You're going to create engagement that invites active participation. You're going to deepen trust with brand new people to you, potentially. It's going to nurture that relationship right out of the gate. You're positioning and elevating your authority. You're creating alignment with you and this new person because they knew this was a solution that they could explore. They were the right fit. You're creating momentum and moving people, creating action. The other key distinction here, and one that trips up a lot of people, is a gateway versus a campaign. So I wanted to just take a quick look at the differences so you can really see the possibilities you're opening for your business by having a go-to gateway at your disposal any moment. So a gateway is an instant access series. Someone can join it at any time. They can find it in many places. There's an email series strategically planned to help your new subscriber consume your gateway. This is what we're digging into today. Then on the other hand, you have a campaign, and it's real-time engagement. These are typically a much bigger lift item. And you may have heard them called an online launch. There's engagement and touch points woven throughout the entire campaign. It has a start and stop time. That's a real key distinction here. Once it's over, it's over. And there's more often than not, a built-in urgency factor leading to a special offer that's only available during this time period. Now, one thing, sometimes a campaign can become a gateway. Let me give you a wonderful example of a client of mine. For the last, many, many years now, she's hosted a 2-day virtual retreat. And what we did is we converted that into an quote unquote evergreen gateway that houses the event recordings. And it has a specially crafted email series that guides them through each of the segments of the retreat. We answer questions along the way, we share examples, we provide resources. It's intentionally crafted to hold their hand and guide them through participating whenever they're doing it right there that moment. And this series guides them into a perfectly crafted offer for that experience. In order for a strong gateway to work, there's a few key principles that we need to follow. So think of your gateway as you're planting the first seed or the first step in this person's long, amazing journey with you. Let's take a look. First is solve one problem. It's a common error to try and go broad and kind of really expose them to all these things, but really instead just keep it focused and impactful. We want to give them one win. If we can do that and they can make progress, they're going to want more. They're going to trust that you can create change for them. One of the biggest key distinctions of today is you do want to solve one problem, but it needs to be a problem that they know they have. It's really, really important that they feel this need for the change. They have a pain, they have a frustration. There's an emotional impact to what we're solving for them. Okay. Then we have engage with value. Just because it's free doesn't mean it should feel free. And we're friends now, right? I can say this. Don't be boring. Have fun. If your gateway is all sizzle and no steak, you've got their contact information, but you're going to lose their attention. Next up, we have easy to consume. You really want to show them the way, every step of the way. They may have no idea where to start. They may not know some of the terms you're going to use, or they may not be familiar with who you are. Take it one step at a time, explain everything, keep your brand and messaging at the core. Even if they don't become a client or customer at the end of this journey, when they are ready, when the time is right for them, you'll be top of mind as the go-to expert because they had such a great experience and a win here with you. Next, delivers the next step. It's our job to bridge the gap to deeper transformation. So for those at the end of this email series that are ready, we have to know exactly where we're taking them. You've solved one micro problem, but now that leads to another hurdle in their journey, in their transformation. It could be one they may not even see coming, so let's not let them faceplant. If it's one that's staring them in the face, fear may have them frozen and unable to move forward on their own. Even though they just solved one problem, there's an opportunity for deeper support from you. So we have to know what that is. Okay, now let me show you how to build a gateway. Here is my 4-step process, your roadmap to creating a gateway for your business from idea to premiere out in the world. Let's take it from the top and then we'll dive into each one. First, you have pick the right gateway and format for you and your business. Then we have plan. This is where you're going to outline and structure your content for clarity and impact. Then we have package, and this is where you're really doing the creating, but efficiently and without overcomplication. And then we go into premiere. This is the big moment we all get excited for, where you're debuting your gateway out into the world. So pick. Choosing your aligned gateway that's the right fit for you, start by asking yourself 3 questions. What burning question is your dream client asking over and over? Or what's keeping them up at night? What you want to do here is meet them where they're at and know what that is. Then What small but powerful win can you give them quickly? Momentum here builds trust in you. And of course, where are you guiding them next? Define the next step before you create this first step. So, what I mean there is you're reverse engineering from your call to action at the end, the invitation you're going to make them, to now. Remember, I said it's our job to bridge the gap to deeper transformation. So, you must know exactly where you're taking them so you can talk to them and get them there throughout this journey. The answer to this question is going to really give you guidance as you create this experience. So, would you like to know exactly what type of gateway is right for you? In one moment, you'll have one quick answer and one powerful step forward. So, all you've got to do is take my brand new 60-second quiz. I'm going to drop the link over there in the chat. I ask that you go ahead and get that opened or save the link, but then come back and stay with me because I don't want you to miss the next steps. So take the quiz after we wrap up today's masterclass. Go grab that link. All right. Step 2, create a seamless experience from start to finish for them to consume and you to create. This is where you're mapping the entire experience and you're thinking before doing. This is my favorite part of the process. My little Virgo heart just sings from the rooftops to plan. Let me know in the comments, do you enjoy the planning part or do you dread the planning part? So let's take a look at this here. Your gateway asset, right? This is the content itself, what they've come here for. So it's the video, the download, the materials you promise them. What is that part that you need to create? What are all the inner moving pieces of that? You need to think about the marketing essentials. These are things like the opt-in page, thank you page, delivery pages, and that's where they're consuming whatever it is you're sharing with them. And email automations. Of course, we have your promotional tools, graphics, emails, social media posts, partner materials, anything you need to share this out in the world kind of falls under here. And then your premiere and your engagement. So I kind of think of this as the timeline that you're heading towards, right? Like you may have a hard deadline that you're going to, a speaking gig, something like that. But you also need to then include, what's your visibility plan that you want to use ongoingly. So let's take a look. Here's just some ideas to get your planning juices flowing. So think of this kind of like a little mini checklist that you could use to get started. So your gateway asset, this will require a lot of energy and focus from you. This is the creative part. This is your work. This is the part that you want to shine. And then you have pages that you're going to have to create, an opt-in page, a thank you page. Again, those delivery pages where they're consuming. And this kind of has 3 parts to it. You need to write copy. You need to think about design, and then there's the setting up of the pages too. So there's kind of 3 steps underneath those. You need to write your autoresponder and the email series. If you're going to be doing social media, which you more than likely are, you're going to need social media graphics and captions. Partner promotional materials. Not everybody's going to need that out the gate. Maybe at some point you will, but just something to think about there. And then, of course, you have the text set up. So it's an opt-in form. You have to get the emails into your system. If you're doing any tagging, if there's any segmenting, not everybody's going to need that right now, but these are all considerations that you need to kind of think forward of. Now, don't worry about feverishly writing all of this down. You're going to get the recording. So don't worry about taking notes so fast that you can't read it later. Now, all of these puzzle pieces here are what's going to become your gateway plan, your project plan, your checklist, that kind of thing. So step 3, package. This is where you're creating the asset and the marketing essentials. So there's a lot of doing and creating in this part. This is where your gateway is really coming to life. Let me say this. I can't stress enough how important it is to keep everything organized. This is where I lean in on Google Drive. It could be Dropbox or, any of those types of tools, but keeping everything inside one folder is going to help your sanity. Trust me, the future you will thank me. You're going to need to create the asset, write the PDF, record the videos, design the resource, etc. You're going to write the content. So opt-in page, thank you page, the email series, anything that needs copy. There's a lot of writing that could happen here. And then, of course, you have the tech setup. So it's connecting your CRM, think Keep, think MailChimp, think ConvertKit, all of those kind of System.io, all of those kind of things. And you're going to need to consider tagging and automations, any of those like integration pieces so that this thing really works. It's all the puzzle pieces that make the experience flow, right, on the technical side. So let's walk through just a few considerations. Let's start with sharing considerations. Now, there's always room for more possibilities than what I have listed here, right? I'm just giving you a short list here to open your eyes so you can start to think of the types of things to watch out for and to think ahead of, right? So you don't find yourself in a bind when it's go time and something's missing. Essentially, what this piece here is in the sharing consideration is you were asking, where is the gateway asset going to live? So if you're creating a video or video series, do you need a dedicated viewing page? Where is that going to be? Where are you hosting your videos? Is it YouTube, Vimeo, etc.? Do you need to write any scripts or bullet points for yourself for the videos? And let's not forget recording time and re-recording time if you're anything like me. Recovering perfectionist over here. And then if you have any editing needs, who's going to be doing that edits? If it's you, you need to make sure you work that in. If it's your team, you need to make sure you're giving them heads up. Creating a mini course. So this one's a heavier lift, right? It's got a lot of moving pieces. So do you need a private viewing page with a password? Are you going to be adding this to a membership site system? Are you going to need to write descriptions and copy inside that course? There's a lot more moving pieces if you're going to build something robust like that. And then another example is an audio resource. So perhaps you need a private podcast feed, or are you going to be embedding the audio with a player on your website? Do you need any technologies around that? Any technical support? All of those kind of things. So these pieces are where the tech type complications can kind of sneak in, especially if they're overlooked in the excitement of creating a new gateway experience. So just kind of think through those pieces for sure. And then we have branding considerations, of course. This is near and dear to my heart. Messaging is not only the written word, but also the visuals we put to give the emotional impact. Not only can I not stress enough how much a consistent look and feel and messaging is for a brand, but let's talk about on-brand design. So this is your colors, your fonts, your photography, and your graphics. They should all fall within your brand standards. When you're picking photos, make sure they match your standards, the colors, and that they're giving the emotional feel that you're looking to create inside your series. And these are going to be used across pages, emails, promotional items, all of that. So, you're kind of creating feel throughout the whole entire experience for them. The next thing here is stored securely. So this kind of comes into make sure you're keeping all of your assets for this gateway stored in a place that you own. For example, if you're sharing this in a Facebook group, we don't want it to live solely in the Facebook group because Facebook could decide to close their doors up tomorrow and then it's gone. So if you're sharing it in a Facebook group, that's fine, but just make sure you have this stuff stored in a Google Drive, Dropbox, on your computer, whatever you're using at the moment. Make sure you've got it backed up. So this could be, you're storing things on your website, if it's going to live on your website on pages, in your membership site. If you're in the beginning stages, this could be your sharing and storing on Google Drive or Dropbox, for example. Okay. Last but not least, engagement considerations. This is where you're guiding them, right? So this is the reverse engineering piece. We can't create a complete experience without this. So let's walk through a few examples. So you're ready for the invitation at the end of the gateway. So are you inviting them to book a call? Do you have a calendar link ready? Are you inviting them into an introductory paid offer, typically a lower priced item? Do you have the checkout page ready? Can they buy? Do you have your merchant account? All of that stuff kind of synced up, ready to go. Is this a community invite? Make it easy for them to join, whether it be, Facebook or Slack or Circle, any of those kind of things. Make it super easy. Let them know how to do it, what to do. And then if you're asking for a reply to an email or an interaction of some sort, fill out this, do this, make it really clear on how they reach you and how they engage with you. Really spell it out for them what they need to do here. All right. And then we arrive at the premiere. Woohoo, the big moment we all want. By this stage, we've done a lot of thinking and a lot of creating to get here, and we're just ready to get it out there. So let's make sure we have all the pieces to get it out there with ease. Of course, we're going to want to share intentionally. So that means posting across our social media platforms. If we have a podcast, how are we integrating it there? Our email, our blog, etc., the website, all of those things. So perhaps you have a debut deadline, right? You're creating this for a very specific upcoming speaking gig or a summit. You need to make sure you have your form if you're going to pass it out in person, or your description and link ready to share with the host of a summit. So just think through, hey, if you're really going for a deadline, what's the person on the other end going to need from you so you have it ready? And then, of course, we want to drive traffic consistently once this thing is ready. So keep talking about it, keep sharing it regularly in post stories, reels, logs, all of those kind of things. It should not be all you talk about, but you definitely want to make sure that it's part of your rotation. You've put the time and effort into creating this thing, so make sure it stays front and center and is really integrated into your marketing. On that note, integrate it everywhere. Mention it in interviews, if you're speaking, if you're having conversations at networking events, in your partner collaborations. There's so many places you can really integrate this and have it do some work for you. And it's easy, yes, right? And then make it easy to find. Add it to your email signature, your social media bios, and feature it on your website. So now that you have the process, the question is, how are you going to get it all done? Are you ready to take on creating your gateway solo? Do all the thinking, creating, and setting up on your own. Some of you might be ready to take what I've shared today and run with it. And that's amazing. But if you're feeling like this sounds great, but you'd love support to make it happen without overcomplicating it, I have something special for you to create your gateway with my support, training, and tools. These are the steps that you'll need to plan, package, and premiere your gateway. Everything we've covered today, whether you do it alone or with me. If you're feeling the pull to bring this to life with ease, here's what support looks like. I've created a beta pod, a small, high-touch group for those ready to implement their lead magnet with my guidance in just 3 weeks. This is for you if you have the idea, but need help molding it, refining it, and bringing it to life. Many of my clients come to me with a Google Doc or a video saying, what can we do with this? And together we turn it into something powerful. Bring your idea, drop it in my hands, and let's craft it into a lead magnet that works for you. Here's exactly how we'll co-plan your gateway in 3 weeks together. Week 1, we'll do the pick. We'll review your gateway quiz results to pinpoint the perfect gateway for you. Then we'll define your call to action, that invitation at the end, so you know exactly where you're guiding your audience next. In week 2, we'll plan. We'll craft your personalized gateway plan, map out all the key elements, those marketing pieces, so you're crystal clear and fully aligned and know exactly what you're creating and how it all fits together. In week 3, we'll look at the package and premiere steps. We'll organize, refine, and finalize your gateway asset. Make sure you're feeling confident in your gateway asset. Then we'll build your personalized premiere timeline. So you have a step-by-step plan to confidently share your new gateway with your audience when it's created and beyond. This is a 3-week guided sprint. where you'll get the structure, support, and feedback to bring your gateway to life with ease. You'll have 3 co-working group sessions. This is focused time to plan, build, and refine with real-time support. You'll have some step-by-step trainings for each phase, so you're never left wondering what's next. And you'll have direct feedback from me on your gateway asset. Beyond our co-planning sessions, I'm giving you 2 powerful tools to make this process seamless and stress-free. So first, your personalized gateway hub. This is essentially where our dedicated space is, where we're going to co-create. We're going to track your progress, keep everything organized, so you always know what to do next. This is going to include your gateway project plan and checklist. So no more scattered notes, searching for things across 10 different documents or 10 different devices, your phone and your computer. Everything will be in one place and easy to stay focused and keep taking action. And then I have a Canva template for your social media promo post, because the promotional graphics are always the last thing everybody thinks about, last thing everybody wants to create. So I'm giving you a set of fully customizable templates. You'll just, swap out your colors and your fonts, any images you want in there, graphics, anything like that. No more staring at the blank screen and wondering what to create. Your social media posts will be polished, professional, and ready to shine. My intention with these bonuses is to remove mental friction so you can focus on what truly matters, bringing your gateway to life with clarity and ease. And I will help hold all the puzzle pieces together with you. Because this is beta, I'm intentionally keeping it small with just 5 spots so I can give personal feedback every step of the way. If you've been feeling the nudge, this is the most hands-on way for me to help you bring your gateway to life outside of my Done With You services. Since this is the beta pod, I'm offering it at just $200. All you need to do is go to erintillotson.com/gateway-map to secure your spot. This is a small, high-touch group, just 5 spots, so you get plenty of personalized support and feedback. We'll refine your gateway idea, start creating your asset, and lay out all the marketing essentials you need to make it successful. By the end, you'll have a complete plan to premiere your gateway without second guessing or getting lost in all the details. So if this feels right, let's make it happen. The best gateway is one that actually is created and premiered. Your audience is waiting. Let's build a gateway that truly opens doors. How much money, energy, and time have you spent thinking about and working on your lead magnet with little to no progress? If this is speaking to you, this is your chance to stop spinning and start creating. Like I said, once the spots are filled, the doors are closing. So if you're ready, let's do this together. Here's the link to join, erintillotson.com/gateway-map. If this is calling to you, go ahead and claim your spot now while they're available. I'd love to support you inside this beta pod. Thank you for being here today, for showing up for yourself, and for the work you're bringing to the world. I can't wait to see what you create. Big hugs, and I'll see you on the inside.